My little pony, my little pony.
Hello everyone and welcome to Bronyville. This is Bronyville episode 28, recorded on October 28th. Wow, okay, 2011. I am your host, Apple Cider. Hello everyone and welcome. Great to have you listen in on the show. I just noticed that the number equals the date. That's kind of silly. Great show that we have ahead of us. First off, I want to always welcome my great co-host there, Chef Sandy. Hey, Chefers.
I've returned from exile to keep AC in line.
You came from the Jeffersonian Museum, wasn't that right?
Yes.
Oh, silliness. Gotta keep me in line, because supposedly things happen that
You can refer to me as Sandylicious.
Sandylicious, yes, that did happen as well. I don't remember how or why, but it did happen.
Yeah.
Joining us again this week, we actually have pretty much on and off third host. I don't know. I don't care at this point. He's always there whenever we just are like, whatever, he's weird. Hey, Midnight.
Hello, guys.
So we've got Midnight back on, and we're just because we've got episodes coming up and they're kind of hit in the middle, we decided that we're going to do an email episode today to kind of take care of that. And Midnight is also always very gracious in helping us out, cleaning up our email stream. So it's he to blame. I'm just going to blame him, even if it's not, really his fault.
Oh, that's so unfair.
Yeah, no.
I knew you would, though.
Yeah, I totally would. It's my prerogative. So Midnight put down, and I guess this would be an interesting thing. So we've got 4 episodes in right now. Yes, something. Okay.
Yep.
And he put down, as of season 2, what are our favorite episodes and favorite characters, using the new cast and the new episodes that are out there. So Midnight wrote it down. So Midnight, what's your feeling on best episode of season 2?
Well, I do remember that the guys making My Little Pony Friendship is Magic have said to us that season 2 is going to blow us away, and so far they've been telling us the truth. I have to say, the episodes have been better one after another, except I do think that episode 3 is the best so far, as in Lesson 0.
Lesson 0, Crazy Twilight.
Yeah, I mean, Crazy Twilight, you can't beat that so far.
All right, and your favorite character of the new, and we pretty much had 3, Discord, the new Luna 2.0, and Pipsqueak, or our newbies. And it looks like I'm seeing a Pipsqueak going towards your British slant.
Oh, yeah, well, as soon as you break out the good day governor little waif, then that has to score pretty highly.
Though there was many people saying that Pipsqueak isn't actually British, because his accent does kind of die down towards the end of the episode, that he's just like, oh, I was just doing that because all pirates are British.
Cool, blimey governor, yeah, he's the voice actor as usual is doing Dick Van Dyke English for Mary Poppins.
All right. Oh, Mary Poppins. How's it go? All British. Yeah, I'm making fun of the Brits again. Hooray! So, Chef, what about you? What about favorite episode and favorite season 2 character thus far?
I'm going to say probably Lesson 0 is my favorite of season 2 so far, just because it is so far over the top, and Twilight is kind of scary. But that, for some reason, that only made people like her more. As for favorite character, I'm going to say probably socially awkward Luna.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't replace Dash, but, best new character. And, it was funny trying to see her adjust, and I hope that she gets more characterization going forward.
Yeah, I have to say I'm still very much in the I liked the Nightmare Night episode, and I liked Luna. It hit all the kind of like the classic episode trappings that I would have wanted, of just like, oh yeah, and she's kind of socially awkward, and going through all these weird trappings of the past, of just like, what, this is the traditional voice, we yell, what, this I'm not supposed to do this. and everybody's reaction around all that. So that's my feelings on it. Yeah, and something about Rainbow Dash getting their comeuppance. So I think that's good there. Thank you, Midnight. We got Midnight on, Chef, and myself. So we're going to rock some emails a little bit later on the show. First, we do have our sponsor and news, so let's go ahead and get into that. Our sponsor, as always, and also super gracious, is We Love Fine. If you leave a nice little note there in their coupon area of a Bronyville 10, you'll get 10% off your purchase on We Love Fine. Just to state, we are the guest voters for the MLP Fan Design Contest Season 2. So one of the submittees who are out there right now is going to have us say, hey, we like your shirt. You're getting stuff for it. And, Chef, you can't submit anymore, but what can they do?
They can vote. If you sign up, you have something on the order of 700 designs to go through. A good chunk of them are terrible. Some of them are good, and a good handful of them are really awesome. There are some really top-notch shirts in there. So,
yes, wade through the Terabad to get to the actual good shirts, and you'll be like, all right, that's okay, that's good, that's okay. Ooh, I like that. That's okay. No, okay, there we go. So
yeah.
Go do that. We got the voting, and you know what? The more that people vote on there, the grand prize winner's cash bonus is dependent on how many votes there are. So you're only helping whoever is going to be the main winner actually get the 3,000 bones. I think they're at like 2,000 something right now. So go vote. It gives someone money. All right, well, let's move on from that. We Love Fine is super awesome for being our sponsor, so moving on to news time. A little bit of news this week. If we want to just go ahead, you know what, Chef, you were out, and I feel like that, having one episode where I was hogging the mic so much, and now that you're back, I would love to hear your lovely voice for a little bit more. If you would feel I
guess I'll do the news segment then.
Hooray!
All right, so we have a bit of news this week. Kind of a sad one to start out. Flankbook, the pony social network thing that started up, probably about November, has shut down. Basically, it boiled down to, hey, stuff costs money. If you want to help out, you can check out the website. It's still up at flankbook.com, and it has basically a letter from the admins to the fans. And if you have some ideas, you can email them and see if you can help them out and get the website back up and running.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds like they're looking. I mean, one of the things that they said is, hey, if there's any sponsors willing to pay, we'd totally be up for, some paid sponsorships on Flankbook. They also alluded to, and I maybe this is an option for them to actually take donations to get the site up, because I don't know, you guys are pretty good about donating to worthy charities within the community, so maybe that would be a way for this to come back up. I don't know their bandwidth or what they were doing before, so.
Yep, I mean, I don't know how big it got. I did have an account for a while, but I'm not a Facebook user, so I really wasn't a big user of the site.
I'm a little curious because I think some of the Brony communities, some of the not using meetup.com, but some of the local meet stuff was actually using Flankbook as their way of kind of getting out there and as being their host page. So I wonder how much some of the Brony groups were impacted by this.
Yeah, well, I know a lot of them also use rainbowdash.net. So, I mean, there are other alternatives out there that are not quite the same, but now that means that users of Flankbook that weren't on other ones might be going to other sites and causing a increase on load. But I don't know. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. So.
And in other news, our Google Plus group, it got axed.
Or pretty much is going to be, I pretty much axed it myself. Yeah, I got that nice little letter of just like, oh, excuse me, person using Google Plus. We noticed that your name doesn't exactly meet our guidelines, and we're going to need to either have you change it or you get rid of yourself. So if you could do that by Sunday, that would be great. So I was just like, all right. Download information, close account, try it in a few weeks and see if I can sneak under the wire then. But stupid Google Plus.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you're gonna prevent me from using this under a pseudonym? I'm not playing your game.
Hey, guess what? I still got Twitter. Hooray!
Yeah,
It's kind of
Twitter.
it's really kind of dumb though, because the rules say you must use a name that you are recognized by and that people recognize you by. And I'm like, well, yeah, I set up my email with a name that people online recognize me by. Why can't I use it?
Yeah, it's like people recognize me by Apple Cider online is the recognition that I get, and I don't want to put, hey, this is my name, because it's just like it's stupid, silly stuff of just like, yeah, we're going to be launching a groups thing later, and I'm just like, well, that's fine, I guess, but yeah. So silly Google.
I'm not going to play their game.
So we'll open that up once that Google figures out what they're going to do for groups. I
mean, Google's not the first to do this. Facebook's done it in the past. So
my only thing is that it was always kind of fun to be like, oh, Vinyl Scratch followed me. Tee I'm watching a Google Plus for Vinyl Scratch, and she's talking about spinning records. That's so funny.
Yeah, but it's really hard for all the companies that buy all the information off Google Plus and Facebook to market things to ponies. They want real people with real addresses they can send real spam to.
Oh, my heart bleeds. My heart really
I
bleeds.
know. Those poor people. I really hate them so much.
Yeah.
Dear Vinyl Scratch, would you like to buy some horseshoes? Yeah, I'm sure they would go
Some
great for
horn
the gal.
polish.
Horn polish. Oh, got to look out. Those black market horn polish salesmen are dangerous. Get some of those from, I don't know, Zimbabwe or something. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
It was a stretch I had to do. I had to kind of come up with some sort of strange country. Next, moving on.
Good job. So
It's too late. It's canon now. It's too late. You did it.
Zimbabwe. That's where some of the zebras come from.
Yep.
You said it. You can't unsay it.
Magic. Next.
All right. So next thing, where was Rarity on Nightmare Night? People ask Lauren because people always have to poke Lauren. We love Lauren, but you don't have to ask her everything. Seriously. Basically, people are like, what was she supposed to do with the script? And she replies that basically there was a sequence for Rarity designed for the Nightmare Night episode, but it got cut for some reason. Basically, it would have added, other things. They still had to do 22-minute episodes. So basically, just Rarity's scene got cut.
Yeah, it looks like the scene itself in which Rarity is trying to soften her look a little bit, so she gives her the pinkest pink princess outfit she could find, and Luna dislikes it, so she pulls it off and is holding it in her mouth, and of course Pinky comes in and goes, she ate a princess! And everybody freaks out.
Yeah, because Pinkie Pie ruins everything. No.
That episode, she was trolling
hilarious.
hard. She was trolling episode super hard.
She was.
Yep.
So, all right. So there's all your Rarity answers on that, and somebody did respond to me stating, yes, the entire all of the Cutie Mark Crusaders are present inside of the show, dressed up as the old movie monsters. So
Apple Bloom is the Bride of Frankenstein, Scootaloo is a werewolf, and Sweetie Belle is a vampire.
There you go.
And I listened to that and I was like, you didn't pay enough attention.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know what? If you would have showed up, maybe we could have talked about it. Well, okay,
Yes.
we have a message from the Peanut Gallery here. Yes, sweetie?
Guess what? CMC
What?
Classic Monster Crusaders.
Classic Monster Crusaders. All right.
That works.
Yes,
Yeah.
because Skyping in from rural Oklahoma was such an option.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you could have done it. Oklahoma's still a place.
Yes.
You can't
it is a
argue that.
place.
There you go.
And anyways, moving on, Derpy turns 1 year old. This is basically the 25th was the anniversary of the first person on Co noticing the pony that would now be known as Derpy. You can click the image on the link I sent, and then people just point her out.
Yeah. Hey, look, there's Derpy. She's still wall-eyed.
My little Derpy, she is dubbed, and so shall it be.
Yeah, and so it began. Would you say that, I guess having Derpy in there was really the first part of the community just kind of losing its stuff and being like, check that out, that's so crazy, oh, we gotta make up something, what is she about? Probably the first, like, silo of that.
Well, I mean, it was the first, it was in that first episode, it was put as an animation error or joke or whatever, and people ran with it, and now she's a legitimate background pony who is intentionally inserted into scenes.
Her scene during Nightmare Night was pretty good. Just, her just being, hi, my costume is a whole bunch of bags. What? Deal with it.
Poor Derpy.
Nope. All right, so let's see. We also have, and this is a little bit of spoilery, a little bit rumory, so if you want to kind of hang low, you might want to cover your ears for a little bit, because supposedly we've got some rumors about Episode 7 and Episode 8. We have covered Episodes 5 and 6 a little earlier. But, Chef, let's go over a little bit of the rumors of what we're going to see in the upcoming episodes.
And see, this is what strikes me as completely crazy. It's like we're in episode 4 and we're getting the synopsis for episodes 7 and 8. We have 4 episodes ahead and everyone's like, oh my god, building up so much, anticipation for these episodes. It's just completely crazy how we're just geeking out over this show. Episode 7, May the Best Pet Win, where apparently Rainbow Dash hosts a flying race to see who will be her pet. So she's looking for a pet because she's the only pony that doesn't have an animal companion of some sort. So we will see if that is accurate or not.
I'm already pedging my best Scootaloo best chicken. So
yes, Scootaloo or a turtle.
Yeah,
or the cloud.
Just a cloud. Hi, I'm Cloudy the Cloud. I'm the best in the sky.
Have you seen that one?
No.
She's dragging a cloud around on a leash.
Huh.
Yes,
I haven't seen
it's
that.
like the cutest thing ever.
Huh. I don't usually look for Rainbow Dash stuff. Boom.
Because you're wrong. And then, of course, Season 2, Episode 8, The Mysterious Mare Duel, where it's another Rainbow Dash episode. Ha! Well, supposedly Rainbow Dash episode. That there is a new pony in Ponyville who has mask and is stealing Rainbow Dash's thunder. As in, probably doing the stuff that she does normally. I don't know. Not actually stealing her thunder. Oh gosh,
another Discord episode. Look out!
No,
taking that away from her. So yeah, 2 Rainbow Dash episodes in a row. Huh? What do you know about that?
Yeah. And before Applejack gets no episodes this season.
Yeah. Applejack's just sitting there like, I'm going to get my episode. I just know it.
Forever
Applejack.
Poor Applejack.
I'm gonna be important. I swear I will. I'll just keep on working. I'm sure that they've got that script just tidying up real nice now.
It'll come one of these days.
One of these days, I'll actually have my moment in the sun. Sure, Rainbow Dash might have had 4 or 5 of them at this point, but I'm sure I'll be useful. Oh, Applejack. Keep hoping.
40 years on, rocking in rocking chair.
My episode's gonna come someday. I swear. You'll see. I was like, all right, Granny's gone nuts again. No, you'll see. I've still got it.
Yeah.
We just went into sad fic territory.
There has to be an Applejack episode. There really needs to be.
I think we all agree to that of just like, come on, give us a... She's the most loyalist of... Oh, no. Most honest of ponies. Whatever. Whoever.
Most dependable of ponies.
Yes, most dependables. Yes. So, yeah, that's it. Let's hope for an AJ episode soon. I'd love for one of those, or more crazy. I said it last week. We just need an episode where everything in town is broken, and all it takes really is AJ and her family just to come in and fix everything, and they just be like, "What? Huh? You need a family.
Yes,
we set you up good."
I was gonna say a family of pear vendors come into town, and Applejack has to deal with the business rivalry, and then at the end of the episode, the pear stand mysteriously burns down.
This pear stand burns down.
Nice pear stand you had there. Shame if something were to happen to it.
One of them wakes up and a severed pear is in their bed. Oh, God!
Yeah, sliced pear.
No, not a sliced pear in my bed.
Even worse, tinned pears.
Oh, God, not a tin of pears. That would just be silly. Yeah, go watch The Godfather. You'll get it. Okay, well, I think that does it for all of our newsness. So, as said, we don't have a big topic or anything silly to go with. And, of course, tell you what, Midnight, you got anything new you're pimping? We can just do that real quick before we hit all these email topics.
What, like,
you are a story writer? Or, yeah, sure.
I did find a good story to read. Well, actually, it's a grimdark one.
Well, I was just meaning, like, what are you doing right now? Are you still doing your Tumblr as well? I'm kind of curious.
I'm still doing the Tumblr. Haven't actually drawn it for a while because I've actually started writing again, which is pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah. After the kind of holiday break of not being able to write anything, I've started to write again. So I did just do my sad pinky fic, which I'm told is rather good.
Oh, good for you, contributing to the amount of grim and sad that's out there on EQD right now.
It has a happy ending, sort of.
Is it just me, or does it seem like there's just so much more grim and sad going out right now? It just seems like there's just a lot more.
Yeah.
I really don't know why. It just comes in waves. All of a sudden, everything will be grimdark. And then it's gone again.
Everybody's just like, it's the end of summer sadness.
I think that's what it is, really.
It's getting colder sadness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, of course, Elements of Discord, I did actually just update it. I sneak updated it. I don't think Sethisto actually posted the update, but the story itself did get updated.
All right.
Yeah.
Sneak update. So go check that out.
Yeah.
Okay, then, let's do this. All right, let's move down and do all of our crazy email that we got going on. We'll do the usual ordering. I will go first, Chef second, and Midnight can go thirds. So let's do this. I will start with our first email here from Barist Sue. I recently got one of the shirts from Hot Topic. I got one in the silhouette of Rainbow Dash, who is the best pony, so Sandy is right. Deal with it. Puts on Ben Stiller sunglasses. That says Brony on it. I'm kind of reluctant to wear it to school, though, mainly because I'm teased and taunted already for not being all that excited about football. What? The idea of two men tackling each other and falling around in the mud doesn't appeal to me. And knowing too much about computers. So I was wondering if you guys think I should suck it up and wear it to school soon or not. I was personally thinking of wearing my zip-up hoodie and just letting a few letters of the word Brony show through rather than everything. I wanted to do this because I know, as a fact, that I am not the only Brony in my school. Lots of girls I know are, and most of my guy friends are as well. But this way, it would be something nearly invisible to non-Brony kind, and anyone who is a Brony at my school should get it and know that I am. Your opinions? Would love to know. Also, love the podcast. Keep up the great work, you guys. You've given me quality Brony talk to listen to and from school each day while I play 2F2 and don't feel like talking on the mic that much. I also left you guys a 5-star review on iTunes. Hope you see lots of more episodes from you guys. A reluctant Brony and happy listener, Barist.
So people at your school are saying you're too smart?
To blast you for wanting a good education.
So what you should reply is like, I just need to practice saying, would you like fries with that? That's all I would reply.
Burn.
Yeah, just come. Yeah. Just tell them to come and just to be like, yeah, don't worry. You can play football and be, and suffer a debilitating injury at some point and then have to, work off a union. Either way.
Who knows?
I just say go for it, dude. Don't even. I mean, you could start up your courage by doing it by wearing the hoodie over it. But here's the entire thing. I learned this after years of leaving school. But if you just don't care what they think, they don't do anything to you, and they learn that they just can't touch you. I mean, you just gotta just water off their back if they go, oh, you're stupid, the Brony shirt. And you're like, all right, whatever. Here, put on my glasses there. I just, whatever. then in many cases they can't really do anything. I mean, too much computers, don't like football, and granted I didn't like football too, but I got into it later. But I mean, just do what you want to do, man, and I think that you'll be happier doing it. And as I said, it sounds like you probably end up making some more friends out of it in the process. So, what do you think? What do you think, Midnight?
Yeah, it's going to be quite hard, really, because when you're at school, it's this it's a real mass of bullshit.
Yay!
About this pecking order that will not matter once you leave school. If you have friends, and you should have friends, they're not going to really care. I mean, if you prance around wearing pink and you're a boy, you're not really going to fall in with a lot of the macho, manly men anyhow. So, Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy are kind of out there enough that if you have the balls to actually wear a Pinkie Pie or a Fluttershy t-shirt, you can probably get away with it. On the other hand, Rainbow Dash as a rainbow outline pony is actually a pretty cool image anyway. And if you don't watch the show, you're not going to know what it is. And if you pretend you don't watch the show and you're manly enough to be playing football and you want to pretend you don't watch the show, you're not going to point it out. Because then the next question is, how do you know what that is? If you feel a need to stick out, wear it, because by the sound of it, it's actually a pretty cool shirt. If it's the one I think it is cool. But, just make sure you've got friends anyway, man. I mean, you can't do without them.
And I know also as a fact that we have some bronies that are actually into sports as well. I know kind of in the in our local Bay Area, which you can find us on Meetup as Bronies of Northern California. You can just there is one guy who has a profile pic and he's all in his football outfit. So I mean, it's not inconceivable that you can find somebody that might even be part of the football squad that's like, yeah, dude, Twilight Sparkle, best pony, totally. We'll move on. Chef, hit the next one.
All right. Good afternoon, fellas. Y'all probably wouldn't remember the email I sent about a month ago, but I had asked for some advice. Well, after many weeks at sea, I finally found some Wi-Fi here in Singapore during a port visit, and I promptly downloaded episodes 17, 18, and 19. In fact, y'all were just behind the Pony Soundboard app in my iTunes download queue. Gotta say that hearing my email on the show while simultaneously finding Twilight and Fluttershy at a Toys R Us had me walking on clouds. I have a friendship report to make. Realizing that any words you might give wouldn't reach my ears for a good while, I took matters into my own hooves. Wouldn't you know it, but everything y'all said rang true. Spending some time getting to know my shipmates better, actively applying those simple life lessons to everyday situations, randomly placing pocket pony cutouts in parts of the ship, and sometimes announcing myself with party favors and a kazoo has done wonders. Being a brony is more than liking ponies, it's taking the simple joy and sharing it in different ways with the people around you. A big thank you for your time and kind words. I've included a few photos and hope you'll get a laugh or two out of them. Stormy Seas. P.S. As a shameless plug, I'd like to announce the first chapter of my contribution to the community, The Greatest Gift, is up on EQD. I'd appreciate any comments while I prepare to submit the second chapter.
You demand!
Yup. And that is our Navy pony. Did include some pictures of him hiding around some Luna and some Pinkie Pie in his ship. Dash. Yup. There is he did send a follow-up email recently about something.
Dear Chef Sandy, you are no longer allowed to take a leave of absence from the show. I just finished episode 27, and you are most definitely the stabilizing force of the show. AC has proven himself incapable of running the show without going less than zero insane. I'm not saying it wasn't hilarious, and I'll admit before the episode was over, I was the owner of stock in Hasbro. But we, the Bronies and AC, need you around. Your faithful listener, Stormy Seas. P.S. I already have a stock portfolio, and Hasbro actually looked like a good deal according to their last year's trend, so this wasn't a completely impulse buy. And Luna, Ninja Princess of the Night, is best pony.
Whatever.
Yeah.
So I think some things were said last episode, and I think that this fighting this endless fighting, I think we should probably draw it to a close. So I just want to say, Chef, I accept your apology, and we can move onward. So
What?
So let's see, Midnight, if you would like to cover the next email before Chef responds.
I don't think so.
No fighting. Ow. Okay, I just had Stormy or Starry Night attack me. Good
Vengeance
job.
is mine.
All right. Is this the show?
Yeah,
She's right
that's the show.
All right. This quickly descending into oatmeal, and then I have to hand it over to Midnight to steer us around. All right, Midnight, your turn.
I believe there's one word left to be said, and that is Sandilicious.
Sandalicious. Now go.
Text email. Okay. Dear Bronyville podcasters, I can still remember when Equestria Daily first posted about your podcast. At the time, I was a bit hesitant at listening to a pony podcast, but I'm sure glad I started listening to you guys. Every episode leaves me smiling and sometimes laughing my flank off. When you read off the names of 5-star iTunes reviews and I heard my name in there, I may or may not have squealed like a school filly. It's not every day your name gets said on a podcast. Smiley face. I usually listen to the show while playing League of Legends. Do you guys play? That'd be a great game. That'd be great to play a game with you guys. Anyways, this email is just one of appreciation and to tell you guys to keep being the best pony podcast there is. Oh, and AC, I know this is a weird way to spell Twilight Sparkle, but Rainbow Dash is the best pony.
It appears I'm going to just be abused today for some reason, unbeknownst to myself.
I mean, clearly you're getting abused for no reason.
I had Chef apologize to me, and now I'm getting this abuse. I don't understand.
Yes, because it was my fault for taking a vacation last weekend.
It was I don't understand. Chef leaves. Something happens. So, League of Legends. I've never played it. It appears that Starry Night has played it since she lifted her hand like she was in class.
Let's see. League of Legends.
That was the slap.
She says that she yays at it though. So
What?
You yay at it because I can't say suck.
Why not? That's not a bad word.
Whatever.
So
League of
easily.
Legends download game North America Windows.
So yep.
And it's not on Steam.
I've heard good things about League of Legends. It's just that, it seems like one of those games where I would just get my, flank kicked all day long. I do occasionally play TF2. I do usually show up on the I do a lot of stuff with the Equestrian Dawn people, and they do have a Minecraft server that we've been playing around on a little bit, so I'll do on that. But I'm usually working or doing on something that I haven't been able to play as much. Been watching Deep Space Nine, pretty good. That's about it. What about you, Chef?
I have really never played Dota and League of Legends. People play it, people complain about it, people like it. I just haven't given it a shot. Normally because I have other games that I'm playing.
Like?
Team Fortress 2, playing on the Pony servers, or playing Minecraft, or Left 4 Dead, or Torchlight.
Yeah, we were playing Borderlands for a while, correct?
Yeah, Borderlands.
Yeah.
I play a lot of games on Steam.
So
So
go find Chef on Hat Fortress 2. Let's see. And Midnight, you play much?
I play World of Warcraft. Yay! Of course, I have a Tauren.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Ah, bitch.
see,
What?
I have to say that their 1 year of WoW crack for reduced cost, dropping 150 and getting Diablo 3 and a Sparkle Horse and guaranteed beta access, which is like the biggest thing, and then getting to play super casually for like $8 a month. It's kind of appealing.
Wait. There's a Sparkle Horse?
Sparkle Horse?
Is it a dark?
There's a flying Sparkle Horse.
Is it okay?
Yes.
It's a flying Sparkle Horse. It's at dark. Would you say it's almost Twilight colored?
No,
Is
it's white.
It,
It's like Celestia. Yeah, you get to ride Celestia.
I am not continuing this train of thought. No World of Warcraft. Unless you play with Midnight. Midnight, can she play with you?
Wait, no,
No.
If you can
No.
magic your way to the European
We're
servers,
doing a
yeah.
show, honey. Okay, what was that?
If she can magic her way to the European servers, then yes.
Yeah, then she,
Unfortunately, they've kind of segregated the world. I don't really know why. I don't think it makes much sense. I hope they fix it soon.
I hope that the only thing that I would really love them to do that would really bring me back was if they had another Cataclysm and they just went, there's 4 servers now: normal, RP, PvP, and PvP. There, that's 4 servers. Whatever, everybody's in them. There's a bajillion people. Go. I'd
That
be
would
like,
be mad.
I would be like,
be terrible.
that sounds really cool.
No, it doesn't.
How
The
many
world's far
people
too
are in
small.
how many people are in the auction house now? Oh god, there's so many people attacking. Oh god.
Every day would be a crash.
How many people are attacking Stormwind? All of them. Oh god. No,
Yeah. Your idea is terrible.
I like my idea because it leads to crashes every day.
The city of Lagforge would never move again. It would just be backed up with people trying to get in, but the frame rate would be -1.
Could you imagine how long the auction house scans would be? All right, I'm going to leave my character here for the next 4 days to scan the auction house.
And don't forget Lagrimar.
Yup. So, all right, you can find us on those video games. Maybe at some point, maybe I'd try World of Warcraft again, but I don't.
I mean, the next X-Pack does have pandas.
It has pandas.
Pandas and pet battles, non-combat pet battles.
Pandas
which-
and Pokemon.
It's Pokemon. Oh no, it's Pokemon.
I'm moving the show onward. Blah. All right.
Like Darren.
So, moving, we have, it looks like Aya here. First things first, you guys rock. Woohoo. Everyone knows that already, but it's true. Anyway, I was wondering, what is your opinion of the great and powerful Trixie? Do you think she deserves so much fanon after only appearing in a single episode? Do you think she's a sympathetic character, as so many bronies say? Or do you think she's just plain mean? And do you think she would make a return in the second season? Thanks so much, your faithful listener, Aya. P.S. Twilight Sparkle is best pony. But Rainbow Dash is a good pony, too.
powerful Trixie.
So, yes, thoughts on the great and powerful Trixie. Is she actually all that she's supposed to be? Is she misrepresented? Was she just getting a bad rap from the yokels? Chef, what do you think?
I think that in the episode she was in, she was basically the haughty, stuck-up pony that, was really kind of a jerk and got her comeuppance when she found out that, she couldn't do what she said. She wrote a check that her mouth couldn't cash. Something like that. I don't know. I'm bad at English.
Yes, you are.
But the Fanning characterization, I mean, she could have been an interesting character, and the Fanon, I think the Fanon is fine, and I think that she kind of does deserve it because she was a character, pops in, makes a bunch of boasts, obviously is skilled at, at least like illusion style magic, and then she gets run out of town. Well, she runs out of town. And then people are like, there's got to be more to this story. And so the fandom really latched onto that. And I think that's good. I mean, she could, stand to see more characterization beyond I'm boastful and I do illusions.
Midnight, your thoughts?
I have to agree there. I mean, what I would like to see is if she came back and either had actually learned a thing or two and everybody treated her badly until she proved herself, or if she actually used her illusion magic to do something useful. That would be pretty cool. I would rather not have her turn up and just be the same character again. That wouldn't serve much of a purpose.
Yeah.
Trixie tries to come and just be like, look, now I'm even better. Let's see how good you are.
Well, I mean, and there's been a million different Trixie fics that are kind of the same way. It's like, there's the ship fix where she comes back, and then there's the ones where she's trying to, defeat Twilight Sparkle and unleashes some crazy bad stuff. I mean, for some reason, everyone's like, she is the rival to Twilight Sparkle and everything. But then you have the fix like Ballad of Twilight Sparkle, which is really cute and funny.
Ballad of Twilight Sparkle? Ballad of Twilight Sparkle.
Yes.
Yep.
Ballad of Twilight Sparkle.
Ballad of Twilight Sparkle. Let's see. But now that we've officially summoned Sethisto somewhere, I kind of feel that same way. I do like the idea of her, like, being, I mean, granted, just from the reaction of everyone, or most of the people in the crowd were just like, wow, yeah, she's pretty good. For the layman, that was, for most ponies, that was, wow, there's somebody with a lot of magical ability. So she does have it. She just, was making a lot of claims that she couldn't actually show that she did. So I think, the entire feeling of, she's just like, okay, I kind of got schooled there. I'm good, but there's obviously someone better than me. So let me see where I go with this. I think that could be a fun play with Trixie. Now, for the second question, if she's going to be in season 2, that's a hard one to answer. I'm going to go with no.
Probably not, which is unfortunate.
I wouldn't hold it all.
Before she has wings.
Yeah.
She comes back and has wings.
Oh, boy. I wouldn't put it across. It seems like something that almost would be... I'd almost say season 3 could be fun for a Trixie return. If the just because they're, poor Sethisto keeps putting her out there and just like, Trixie, 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 Trixie. So I'm sure that there's still enough interest in the character that one of the writers could stumble across and go like, huh, Trixie, I guess I could do something with her again.
Trixie, swag.
No. Yeah, but I'm on the same boat of I would like to see Trixie return. I would like to see Gilda do something as well, even though I know so many people hate Gilda. I think she's got a better... I think Gilda has a better redemption story behind her than Trixie does.
Yeah.
So, that's my feelings.
Yeah, she should have.
So,
I mean, Gilda should know Rainbow Dash, so that should give them history to work from. That is inherently more interesting than some mare that nobody knows.
Yep. So, I think there's places to go. If Trixie returns or not, we shall see. I think there's enough power behind Trixie that I think a return at some point is going to be a possibility. So, okay, Sheffers, what do we got next?
All right. Hey there, AC, CS, and El Gestos.
Bueno.
I need to rant about a little something.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
Here we go. Let me put on my ranting hat. All right, we're good.
Wizard hat and cloak here.
Mm-hmm.
Every pony always says Octavia is playing the cello. No, bad. It's a bass. I have no idea where the cello thing even comes from, but it bothers me so much because I am a bassist and my poor bass has been called a cello many a times. This usually results in massive raging. The big difference between the cello and the bass is that you need to sit to play the cello. I'm sure you could stand, but it'd be very uncomfortable. Basses are usually played standing up. Also the size compared to Octavia. If it were a cello, it should come up to her armpit if she was standing on her back hooves. Basses are much taller. I could go on to much more detail about the way the instrument is positioned and how she's holding it, but I think everyone gets my point. So for poor Octavia's sake, it's a bass. Please. To your face. Thank you for reading my rant. I'm not trying to piss off any pony, but I feel much better getting that off my chest. And to prove I'm not crazy, he sends links of talking about comparisons between basses and cellos.
Mm-hmm.
By Purple Haze.
Yep.
Thank you guys. You all rock.
Well, I just want to say that Octavia actually plays the violin, so...
Oh, no. So much hate mail now.
There was that Octavia cloney then.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. There's the Octavia clone. You can't say... she was just painted up. She just was painted up for that event, so she does play the violin.
Now that you've said that, somebody's going to be like, oh no, now there's a new music pony. And it's gonna be like start
It's
shipping.
going to be
her
like,
with-
no, it's not the violin, it's the viola. You know, it's like, oh god, everything with Octavia requires a fight.
It's a fiddle.
It's a fiddle, not a violin. It's a banjo, not a guitar. It's going to be she plays every instrument, but has to constantly be in a fight about what said instrument is.
Banjo looks very different.
Quiet, you.
It's a ukulele.
It's a xylophone. I don't know.
Glockenspiel.
It's a harpsichord. All right. So, yeah. You know what?
It's a theremin.
Yes, please, someone. I want to see Octavia playing a theremin.
This podcast is over.
She plays the mouth harp. All right, let's keep going. So, yeah, cellos. Let's see, Midnight, you're next.
Oh boy. Okay, hey crew, I just wanted to drop you a note saying thanks for letting Midnight Shadow endorse Dear Idiot on the air during the September the 3rd show. The good Lord knows I had to pay a big enough bribe. Yep, I'm still eating all the M&Ms. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Just kidding, I'm glad he liked the fic enough to give it a shout out, and I'm very grateful to all the bronies who have been enjoying it since it showed up on Daily. I guess he means Equestria Daily. And since it was released in May, very classy of you guys to allow a mention of a third-tier talentless hack like me. Oh, his fic, actually, that made me laugh very much. Please let Midnight Shadow know that the fic was in fact very British-sounding, because I've come to the conclusion in my life that the British are awesome. And he's a chief example of that, really. I'm completely insane. Anyway. Yeah, that's why he's on the list.
Yeah, that was a very big bribe, wasn't it there? All right, keep going. You still got more to go.
Fair. Also, you can use pretty strong British words like knob and buggered in the US and not get in nearly as much trouble. Also, grey is visually more appealing than grey. I have to say here that he spelt grey with Grey, which is the proper spelling. Good luck with the 12-hour epic marathon of doom. Stay awesome. Thanks again, The Descendant, otherwise known as TD.
Oh, that one, you must have...
This is from a while ago.
That was pulled from the vault.
Yes.
When I sought emails, I sought emails.
And especially emails which say good things about him.
Yeah.
Here's one that says Midnight Shadow did a good job. Let me sneak this into the Google Doc. I'm helpful, and here's an example.
I'm so easy to bribe. No, this one gets sneaked in because of Dear Idiot and Prince Blueblood. He's another character who needs a redemption, but I don't think anybody likes Prince Blueblood at all. Everybody loves to hate him, don't they?
Yeah, I don't think he's going... There's really nothing to go with him. He is the stereotypical boneheaded prince. I mean, people have written fics, like The Color You Bleed, where they're trying to make him a more sympathetic character, but I think really a lot of the fan base is kind of like, he was kind of a dick.
Somebody brought up a really good point. Last week I talked about somebody needed to make a My Little Pony Archer crossover, and they said Blue Blood would be perfect for it. And I kind of went, yeah, that does kind of work. So that I do think that was an apt little choice there. I would enjoy to see that. What? I didn't want her. So, well, there you go. Buggered knob. Midnight got a compliment.
You can also say bellend.
That doesn't even sound
That doesn't sound like anything.
It's great, isn't it? I know.
It doesn't sound like a... I'm going to have to use that. You bellend. What? Huh? So, all right. Next email is rather large, so I'm going to have to kind of parse through this a little bit. The email comes from Jazzy Hooves, and this one was sent a while back, too. Working on a really interesting project, it looks like, so I'll just have to parse this. Hello, Apple Cider and Chef Sandy. First, great show. I was worried this might be some fan-created podcast with low production values, but was very pleasantly surprised to to find a really entertaining with plenty of information happening in the fandom. I've been making my own, though, your archive while working on my first real pony art project, so thanks for keeping me entertained through most of the last week. Now on to my main subject. I think I may have inadvertently made one of the largest bits of MLP FIM fan art. What I have made is a 6+ foot tall Pinkie Pie lantern. It is a real 3-dimensional representation of Pinkie Pie holding a double-headed axe. She stands at about 5 foot 10 inches at the top of her head, 6 foot 5 inches to the top of her hair. I've decided to get started on this insane project was thanks to in the wild meeting with a bloke who had been in some workshops at the art center called Lantern House, where I help out at. I talked to some other MLP FIM project I was thinking about doing, and kept quite the fact that my project had to do with My Little Pony Friendship Chicken Magic, only saying that the project was based on a popular new animated show, some basis about what was happening, and they kind of threw out the idea and said, let's go ahead and do it. They are using I think it was Withies, to make the lantern, and using powered LEDs for the wire form. Goal is for a festival to happen on the 17th of September, which has happened a while back, so I'm kind of curious where this went. When it came to Pinkie's hair, underestimated the frizzy look. And let's see, I hope you found this interesting. I've been a brony for the past several months, and what MLPFI means to me is ever evolving, so it is quite hard to get into written words about my feelings for the show. I think the amount of time I've spent on this project might say more to my enjoyment of the show than written words could. Please find and endorse some of the progress shots of the lantern made. Once finished, I'll make sure to put photos and videos of the Pinkie Pie lantern on the web for all the bronies to enjoy. I will keep you guys up to date on what happens with the Pinkie Pie lantern. Until next time, cheery bye. UK fan Peter Adams. P.S. I did everything in my power to avoid Party of One Pinkamena. That is the last thing I wanted. But ordinary-haired Pinkie Pie with a battle axe that is taller than me, and I'm 6'5", is still pretty daunting. So I'll show this to the girl real quick, but here's some progress on the lantern, and considering the fact that, well, September has come and gone, I'm kind of interested in how that's went.
Here's hoping
that came through. That's a big lanterny Pinkie Pie thing. It's kind of hard to see, but I can see Pinkie out of that wireframe.
Good Lord, it's huge.
Yep, 6. It's taller than me. It's taller than all of us. And they're giving it a battle axe.
I'm going to go see if I can find it in your email pile.
Yeah, okay.
Because if there are updated pictures, then we'll add them to the doc.
Okay.
If not, then Peter Adams, send in the pictures.
Do it. All right, so it's Sheffer's time. Or, hold on, let me say it. Chef-alicious' time.
All right. Hi, guys. Jazzy Hills here again. I wanted to share some brony encounters. I am a junior leader for my local Boys and Girls Brigade, and I was helping them run their annual Halloween party by organizing the pumpkins painting station. No actual carving. Apparently knives are too dangerous for 8-year-olds. Go figure. One of the older guys in the group was painting what at first thought was a cloud, but then he started painting a lightning bolt, and I got kind of excited. I went up and said, I do declare that pumpkin is 20% cooler than it was when you first started. And then he laughed. We bro-hoofed and I made a new friend, even if he thinks that Rainbow Dash is best pony. One more mini sighting to share here. I caught a fleeting glimpse of Chef Sandy and the pony on Pony IRC, probably on Pony-chan or Brony. The answer is Brony. And I guess that's pretty cool. I might have been using my Doctor Who snake at the time. With that said, I bid you and your esteemed guests adieu, and once again, God save the Queen. Pyrosexy, Jazzy Hooves. So yes, I was poked by Kvaka enough to get a Bronyville channel on PonyChat. So there is a Bronyville channel on irc.ponychat.net, I think it is. Let me double check.
We have an IRC channel. I've went in it once.
Yay!
And they went, hey, it's apple cider. And I'm like, yep, close.
What an ass.
This is me. Yeah, I have graced your presence. Good day!
You have been graced by my presence.
Whatever. Things. But, Yes. Let's see. Bro Huffed. I actually had a story. What was it? I went to Six Flags Over Georgia with my sister while we were at when I was in Appalachia, and and one of the things that we did is we rode the Goliath. That's an amazing roller coaster. So I go and do all the weaves, and my sister, she doesn't approve the fact that I like My Little Pony, if only because the fact that all of her friends like it, and she's just being contrarian. So we finish with the ride, and it's real intense, and everything. And I hold out my fist for a bump, and she bumps, and right before she does, I go, bro huff, and she goes, it was amazing. She was like, oh God, you converted me. I'm like, yep, that's how it happens. We sneak it in on you.
Suddenly, ponies.
Yep. So, did you confirm the room real quick, Sheffers?
Yes, it is irc.ponychat.net. I think it is.
With conviction.
With conviction. I have no conviction. I'll get back to you on it.
Okay. Let's see. Is Midnight still there? Did he vanish on us or something? Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, you're just very, very quiet. And just
there's this mute button.
Oh, okay.
It's useful.
We're doing a show, honey. I hope you can take part. Okay,
I did confirm it's irc.ponychat.net.
Okay, good. Now that is done and our fears have been laid to rest, it is now your time, Midnight.
Thank you very much. Well, the last email actually is very interesting. It says, my name is, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing this correct, my name is Youssef Baroudi, and I'm an 18-year-old Syrian university student living in Bahrain, a Gulf country in the Middle East. I started watching My Little Pony Friendship is Magic back in April when the trend was really picking up around the internet. The experience was brilliant for me as I took time to watch every episode and learn to love everything about the show. Now, I know a little tolerance and love can go a long way in a person's life, especially during these harsh times in the Arab world. Conflict is something too common here. Only recently have I started surfing the web to find out if there were any other people in the world who have the same love for the show. I've come to discover that the fan base is larger than I imagined. Filled with nice and creative individuals who respect one another. Thinking about it makes me happy, knowing that there is always love in everyone's heart. But it always needs a little spark to bring it to life. The Brony Show is fantastic. I really appreciate the time and effort you and your friends have put into the podcast. I'm glad to know that the community now has a voice. It's fun listening to you guys on the podcast, and it puts a smile on my face knowing that there are awesome people out there who aren't afraid of haters and want to spread the message of tolerance throughout the world. So please keep doing what you do best. As a wise man once said, love cures people, both the ones who give it and the ones who receive it. Sincerely, Youssef Tenkan Baroudi.
Hooray!
Very cool.
We are
Thank you for writing in.
We're super popular in the Middle East.
Well, it's great to know that we have a really wide international audience. We have listeners all over the place, and it's always cool to get emails from far-flung places. So I think in all my projects, this is probably the first that I've actually ever gotten from, the Middle East and that part of the world that wasn't from, a U.S. serviceman of some sort. So that's cool.
Syria. That's serious business. Oh, I'm so good. I'm so good at this. Oh.
Larry,
Stop.
please excuse AC's lack of whatever.
Okay.
His lack of everything. It's
He's off his
okay.
meds today.
It was very good. You guys just are haters.
Hey, Midnight, you want to do a podcast?
Oh, okay. Hey, let's do a podcast. Don't you dare try to kick me off my show. Start talking bad about Rainbow Dash again. All right, let's do this. So, thank you everyone that emailed in. There's still tons of emails that we got in there, and we're trying our best. I want to answer every one of them, but you guys overload us so much. But now we're going to move forward for fanfic suggestions. Every once in a while, we ask you guys for fun fanfics, and we take the ones that we can that week, and then we kind of shelve the ones that we can't. So let's see what we got here. The first email Halo, fellow Bronies, wanted to know that I love your show. Just wanted to know, I blame y'all for getting me addicted on MLP fan fiction. I've been spending most of my evenings reading fanfic. Cider, I know that you are opposed to humans in Equestria, but there are several that caught my attention. Article by Muppets, Shard by Sparky Darks, Through the Eyes of Another Pony by Cardslofter. Also, here are some suggestions that haven't been commented on the show. The Pony Psychology series by Saddle Soap Opera, The Romancing Quest by Dr. Scraps, Porcelain Secrets by Nathan, and Septia Talk, The Adventures of a Ponyville Clockmaker by Canvas Wolf Doll. Actually, I have read the Septia Talk one. That's I kind of like the idea of everyone mistaking someone for Dr. Hooves. That was kind of a fun little... I know I'm a clockmaker. Doctor, we need your help. No, I'm not a doctor. Oh, look, it's the doctor. No, I'm not a doctor. Gah. So that was a pretty fun one. Two suggestions for Cider, who I know is a massive Twilight fan. No, I like regular sized. I don't need massive Twilight. I agree that she is an awesome pony, for I too live in a library. But my favorite pony is Applejack. Twi is my number 2. Applejack is acceptable. Anyway, I thought you might like these two stories by Eben Main, Ships That Pass in the Night, followed by The Three Notes, which continues the story of the former. They are sad, but well written. These are just some of my favorites that I wanted to share with you. Again, great job for the show. Orange Julius. Ooh, I love an Orange Julius. Yep. So, if any of you guys, I'm sure probably Midnights went through some of those.
Some of those, yeah. Through the Eyes of Another Pony, I think, was the one I actually remember at this point in time. I haven't read the others, I don't believe.
Yeah, I haven't read any of those.
Yeah, I remember Sepia Talk was pretty good. That was fun times. So, all right, cool. Let's see. And Chef, what do we got next?
All right. Hey, Cider and Sandy, fan of the show. Thought I'd write in and tell you about my new comic series, Dr. Hoof, The Legend of the Lunar Shadow. And I was hoping you guys give it a look. And if you like, maybe get shouted on the show. And he sends us a link. I started this week and have somehow managed to crank out almost a page a day. It's been fun exercise and work ethic. Twilight Sparkle for the win. Your faithful listener, Zach. Let's see.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I kind of like that.
Well, he's gotten up to 10, it looks like.
That's a pretty
This
neat...
was a while ago, actually, when I found it in your email pile. And it's actually nice, I think, to have found it a little bit later, because now there's more pages to gawk at. And I'm really impressed.
He's done some... he has a good style beyond just doing ponies, too. I did illustrating some Edgar Allan Poe stuff. And, but yeah, the Doctor Who's Legend of Lunar Shadow has gone to part 10. So...
It might have been good to sit on this one, because there's tons of fun in this. I like that style. It's really neat. Yay. Need to stop hitting next, otherwise I will ignore show. Alright, cool. And started crack a page, faithful listener, Zach. Alright, cool deal. Alright, Midnight, what we got next?
It says, Dear Apple Cider, but hello to Chef Sandy and guest. It's nice that everybody else gets some recognition occasionally, isn't it? Isn't it, Chef? Yeah.
No.
It's like I'm a real member of this show.
Well, at least you are a real member of the show, opposed to my girlfriend who likes to just sit in the background and yell at me. Sweetie, would you like a microphone? No, I don't want a microphone. Just let me yell at your mic. Let me just yell across the room, because that's what I do, even though nobody can hear me.
Anyway.
Starry Night is best pony.
Whatever. All right, moving on. Just read the friggin' email.
It says, so I finally succumbed to the whole I write fanfics for this one show deal. Confound these ponies. So if you're interested, I have another fanfic to add to your pile of shame of fanfics you have yet to read. But as an incentive, I've inserted an Apple Cider appearance. And to make it exceptionally funny, it's in a Rule 63 universe, so I bet Starry Night will never let you live it down.
What?
But I hope you enjoy it. I haven't checked this one out yet myself either yet. Titled The Shadow of Dreams by author Keyframe.
What?
It's on FanFiction and Google Docs.
What?
And it says, imagine it's a one-shot episode with multiple cliffhangers.
What? Hold on, I gotta go read about me being a lady.
This is the truest piece of work I've ever read about you.
Uh-huh.
How long does he take doing his hair in the morning? That's the question.
I blow dry it, and then I put a little bit of forming cream in it, and that's about it. Quiet, I don't need you judging me.
Well, see, what's funny is that you can, by our silence, we're silently judging you.
Oh, okay. I'm moving onward, where I'm appreciated more in this next email. Salutations to you, Apple Cider, and Chef Sandy. I'm writing to thank you both for a great podcast. Recently, a virus took my computer out of action, leaving me without Pony. Thankfully, just before this happened, I downloaded episodes 1 through 21 of your fantastic podcast. It really helped me pass the time and remember how great the community is, even though I couldn't interact with it. Well, like Luna's time on the moon, my electronic exile is over, and I'm downloading your newest episodes as I type. I may also boldly offer a fan fiction for your consideration and enjoyment. It would have to be A Friend for Derpy Hooves. This fic is nicely written. It shows a much more reliable and sympathetic version of Derpy than the incoherent babbling one that seems popular. I found it particularly moving since I was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in school, and in addition to dealing with the condition myself once people found out about it, if they either teased me for being retarded or crazy for taking medication, or worse, just yet patronized me, acting as if I needed help with the simplest tasks, even though I was quite capable of. I think that's why I like Bright Eyes in this fic so much. It shows us much more of a mare behind the derp eyes, like I wish more people would bother to see me behind the diagnosis. Well, let me get down off of Twilight's soapbox and say again what a great job you guys are doing and how I look forward to future episodes. Celestia and Luna bless. Raven Dark, the Midnight Blue, a.k.a. Brotaku. That was a long one. Yeah, good for that. I like non-super derpy ones. And remember, the little bit of the psychology days that I have. You do not have attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You are an individual who has been diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It's semantics. All right, let's see. Chef next.
Hey, Chef Sandy and AC. I stumbled on this short fanfic and wanted to recommend it to you guys. It's called The Equestrian Revolution, and it's pretty much a screenshot of a Word doc, and the story is written in a diary fashion. I know it's kind of old, but I don't read much fic, so it's new to me. It is grimdark, and it's not just gore for gore. It's pretty chilling, actually. And there's a link to it. Hope you all enjoy it. Purple Haze.
Equestrian Revolution. Grimdark, but not gory grimdark. All right.
Dark, grim, dark, grim.
The grimmest dark. The darkest grim. Actually,
I remember this one. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. I'm just totally busting it here because I actually remember this one.
Tell me Midnight. Sell it to me.
Yeah, this is the idea that Celestia really is the celestial sun tyrant, so they depose her, and it all goes horribly wrong. It does not have a happy ending, let's say. It's pretty effective in what it does. It is very, very short.
Equestria left in chaos. Every pony said.
Worse than that.
Does it lead to Equestria fallout? Is that Fallout Equestria? Oh God, worse than that.
Yeah. They can't raise the sun because they've killed Celestia, and everybody dies.
Wow. Okay.
They have to cut the wings off the Pegasi to stop them flying away because they try to fly south, but there is no south anymore because there's no more sun.
Wow.
And the entire world freezes to death and they die. It's really grimdark, yeah.
It's not gore, it's just grimdark.
Why would you write that?
Because some people, I love this kids show. It's so nice and lighthearted. I wonder what would happen if they all died.
Something's wrong with these.
Yes, sweetie, bye.
Oh dear.
Yep. Actually, I had a question. This was, since I didn't have Chef on last time, and this kind of goes along with the fanfic suggestions, and I'm going to have to put him on the spot for this. Chef, 2 weeks ago, I actually said that we were both going to do grim or dark-ish fanfic suggestions, and I'm kind of curious if you had any of them right off the top of your head.
Let's see. I actually did read something. Oh, yes, I know what I read. I read Rainbow Factory.
Rainbow Factory. Explain that a little bit to me.
Yeah, it is prefaced with it's like, okay, a few things to consider. One, this is what I'd like to call a glue fic. It's pretty grim dark. It contains blood, violence, swearing, etc., etc. It's based off the song Rainbow Factory by Wooden Toaster, which is actually a really good song. It's just, it's this, it's mystery place. And so this person, well, they wrote us basically a cupcakes for Rainbow Dash.
Good going, Rainbow Dash.
It's beyond, it's pretty yayed up.
You know, I would say Twilight Sparkle never gone on a murderous rampage. I'm just going to bring that point up. Yep. And before anybody brings it up, yes, there is a cupcakes animation. Yeah, all right. So you had I brought up last week, and I'll just mention it. I did the Fluttershy has a paper cut, and that I still stand behind that. That's a pretty fun little darkish. Yeah, she gets a paper cut, and it just comically bleeds too much.
How's that grimdark?
Because she's bleeding just all over everywhere. She just has this tiny paper cut. Just silly. It's just silly. It's silly. It's just ridiculous.
So
just like
it's only grimdark because she's bleeding.
yeah.
Okay.
It's more dark. I mean, it's just silly dark. There, whatever you want to call it. It's just silly. So, all right, that takes care of our fic suggestions. Thank all of you for sending those in. You can always send us email over at bronyville@gmail.com. And now we come to the end of the show, and at the end of the show, as we like to do, we have our one cool thing where we offer you one really fun thing that you should probably check out. If you didn't click any of the other links, you should probably check these because they're really fun. The one I'm going to use is also going to be your outro song for today. That is Gotta Fluttershy. So one of our great little email, one of our great listeners just did this remix for us. Dog Music. You can find him on YouTube. You can always just go ahead and click on the link. But he took a little bit of me saying a few episodes back, hey, you should go out and just have fun and do meetup groups and, talk about how much you like, dude, what do you got? I got a Fluttershy. And he put it to music. And I've played this. I think all 79 views that are out there right now are probably me listening to it because I love it so much. I get to hear me talk. Yay!
Stop feeding the ego.
Ego, yay! Yeah. I'm not a narcissist. I just really like me.
I'm not cocky. I just love myself.
I do love myself. I'm a cool person.
There's actually 4 presenters today. There's AC, Chef, Midnight, and AC's Ego.
How are you? I love
Ignore me.
AC's Ego, how are you? I'm so cool. Yeah, you are.
Pretend I'm not here, though.
I can do that. Oh, hello, my ego. How are you? Midnight, you're my ego.
I can't do the ego.
Guy, you disappoint me. I'm going to talk to myself some more. All right, so that's my suggestion. You'll hear it in a little bit. Chef,
yeah,
save us.
So my cool thing is Ponycraft 2 Princess of the Swarm, a YouTube video much like Ponycraft 2, which was a redub or remake of the video with pony stuff from the original StarCraft 2 Wings of Liberty. This is Ponycraft 2 Princess of the Swarm, based upon the next expansion, Heart of the Swarm, for StarCraft 2. And it's pretty good. It seems really spastic at certain parts, and only because the actual trailer is kind of like that. So, but it's pretty well done. I liked it.
He is a fan of Ponycraft, Princess of the Swarm. Okay, I you know what? Now that makes me want to go check out the original a little bit. So that could be fun. I haven't seen it. I don't play StarCraft because I'm not any good. I just get zerged.
I'm not that good at it either, but I enjoy it.
No, Adobe Flash has crashed. You shouldn't do that. All right, Midnight, what do you got for us?
Well, it was a toss-up between the idea of... Actually, I've totally forgotten what I was going to say now, other than the other ones. Dead air.
Well, then go with what you have.
I'm collecting my brain together. Hold on, it's too late for me here. I'm sure M can just cut this whole segment out. I was thinking that should it be the Sparta remix of The Fun Has Been Doubled by Luna, and or should it be something I found which was quite old, Friendship is Witchcraft? But no, I settled on a strange movie called Apple.mov. Now, it's probably got a better title than that, but that's what it was called when it was uploaded to YouTube. And it's a complete fan reimagining of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic in the style of... What style would you say that is?
It's very much Ren and Stimpy. Jinx,
Yeah.
You owe me a Coke.
You owe me so much.
No, you owe me a Coke.
No, you owe me.
Hey, we're giving free marketing to Coke. We should stop this.
Coca-Cola!
We should. You owe me an apple cider. You owe me more of me. All right. So Apple Move. Yes, I recall this one. This is an insane animation, and it is also not particularly safe for work because cuss words are used, and it is a little psychedelic.
Plus, it's got ponies in it. Who watches ponies at work?
Yeah, really.
I wonder.
You wonder what?
Shut up. You know what
Shut up, God. Why you know you watch ponies at work? God.
You RP ponies at
No, whatever. So, yeah, Apple Mauve is very crazy. It gets progressively crazier, and it's meant to be silly. I like it. I've watched it several times. I've actually used it for people who are just like, I've watched My Little Pony, but I'm just not sure. I just don't get it. I'm like, here, watch some of the weird stuff that the community does, like Apple.mauve. So that is a good little outlet there. So yeah, you should check that. It's good.
It is. It actually has a reference to a very good Kubrick movie. 2001.
So there we go. So that's very cool. So go ahead and check that out. And yeah, so that takes care of it. That is the one cool thing. That is, and that will go ahead and conclude the show. No more cool things. No more Midnight Shadows. And sweetie, cut it out. You are being such a pain right now.
Good.
All right, so we'll go ahead and catch you all later. Let me run down the things you can come over to. Well, first, want to thank Midnight Shadow for jumping onto the show. Good to have you again, man.
Thank you very much.
I want to thank Chef for bringing it in and I guess reining me in, if that's supposedly his job for some reason.
Somebody's got to do it.
I want to thank my girlfriend for being an enormous bother this entire episode.
Only because she cares.
And then I want to thank all you guys for listening. We couldn't do it without all you, our very, very gracious listeners. And let me just give you the rundown. You can go over to BronyShow.com, catch up on the blog. M does all of his posts. We've got all the podcasts listed there, so you can go back and find some of the old ones. Leave us a review on iTunes. That's super cool. And next week we'll give you the iTunes reviews, so we might say your name on our show. If you want to follow us on Twitter, I myself can be found at Bronyville.
And you can find me on Twitter at Chef Sandy.
Hey. Midnight, you got a Twitters?
I have. It's Midnight Shadow Pony with all the vowels removed.
Good going.
It's Midnight Shadow Pony.
Good go. Hold on. Slow clap.
Well, I couldn't fit it all in.
Midnight Shadow Pony.
Hey, that's what she said.
I couldn't fit it all in. Thank you, Carrot Top, for showing up for our podcast. And let's see. So we got that. Don't look for us on Google Plus because we ain't there anymore. And hey, you should probably just to add this, probably check out our meetup groups. I've got the Bronies of Northern California. You can find that on Meetup. And Chef, what do you got?
And I have North Texas Bronies, which is 105 members.
105? I'm like 135 at this point. Oh, we've taken off. It's the races.
And actually, they've got like three upcoming meets too.
Cool.
At ours.
All right. Well,
That's pretty cool.
Yep, and we'll have some more. I've actually got to get to one today. We're having a 100-member party. You guys should have a 100-member party. Parties are fun.
We did. We had, I think it was over 50. Northpole.fi kautta pony, if you're Finnish. And they're all the Finnish bronies, of which there are a surprisingly large number. We took over Helsinki the other day.
Helsinki. Well, you know what else is Finnish? This podcast. Ha! Segue. I'm so good at this. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and catch all you ponies next week. More pony fun, more pony place, more pony time. All right. Sleep well, every pony.
Adios.
Bye-bye.
And we have a really cool guy, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. We have a really cool guy, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Jesse. It's like, hey, dude, I'm the man. Hey, dude, I'm the man. It's like, hey, dude, I'm the man. It's called Meat and Meats. It's like, hey, dude, I'm the man. Hey, dude, I'm the man. It's like, hey, dude, I order huge plates of barbecue. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, we have a good time. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, it is just amazing. Immediately afterwards, we hit the target and grab as much new pony swag as we can. Immediately afterwards, we hit the Toys R Us.
Thus depriving all the little girls in your area of toys.
Immediately afterwards, we hit the target and grab as much new pony swag as we can. Immediately afterwards, we hit the Toys R Us. Man, and it is great to see. Do you need gift receipts for the... And all the... Nope. It's also really fun to do that. Do you need gift receipts for the... And all the... Not at all. It's nice to have just this big wave of people where you go like, do you need gift receipts for the... And all the... Nope. It's also really fun to do that. Do you need gift receipts for the... And all the... Not at all. It's nice to have just this big wave of people where you go like, dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, we have a good time. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, huge plates of barbecue. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, we have a good time. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, you're just rocking it out. Dude, what you got? Got a Fluttershy. Oh, yeah, you know, It is just amazing.
But if someone, just as a word, anyone out there listening, if someone was to make some 28 millimeter miniatures for ponies, I would buy those in a second.